Brace yourselves, folks, because Saudi Arabia desert are about to defy everything you thought you knew. When we think of deserts, especially the ones in Saudi Arabia, what comes to mind? Scorching heat, rolling sand dunes, camels lazily strolling under an unrelenting sun. Now imagine that same desert, but covered in a pristine blanket of snow. On November 3rd, 2024, the Al Nafud Desert in Saudi Arabia's Al Jawf region experienced something that has never been recorded in its history, a mesmerizing snowfall. Yes, you heard that right. Snow in the Middle East's fiery furnace. This mind-boggling weather phenomenon wasn't just a one-off fluke. It was the result of a fascinating interplay of atmospheric dynamics. So let's unpack its background, explore its implications for the region, and maybe even ponder what it means for the future of our planet. The Al Nafud Desert, known for its golden dunes and blistering summer temperatures, is typically one of the last places you'd expect to see snowflakes. But the weather is nothing if not full of surprises. The snowfall was the result of a low-pressure system that began brewing over the Arabian Sea and slowly made its way towards Oman. Along the way, it gathered and carried a significant amount of moisture, something the desert usually lacks in abundance. As this moisture-laden air travelled inland, it encountered the cooler temperatures of early November. Now, while Saudi Arabia isn't exactly Siberia, temperatures in regions like Al Jawf can drop significantly during the fall and winter months. From the scorching highs of 55 degrees Celsius, 131 degrees Fahrenheit, in summer, November temperatures can average around 17 degrees Celsius, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooler environment set the stage for something extraordinary. When the system reached Al Jawf, the perfect storm of conditions emerged: a drop in temperature, ample moisture, and atmospheric instability. The result? Not just rain, not just hail, but snow. The phenomenon of snow in a desert like Al Nafud might sound like a scene straight out of a fantasy novel, but there's a perfectly scientific explanation behind this. To conjure up such an extraordinary event, nature had to pull off a flawless combination of cold air, abundant moisture, and atmospheric lift. Three ingredients that rarely find themselves mingling over the scorching sands of Saudi Arabia. First, let's talk about the cold air. Deserts are notorious for their extreme temperatures, but here's the twist. They don't just bake during the day, they can chill quite dramatically at night. The lack of vegetation and moisture in deserts allows heat to escape rapidly after sunset. During winter, this cooling effect can plunge temperatures to levels one wouldn't associate with the blistering sands that roast under a 55 degrees Celsius sun in the summer. By November, temperatures in Al Jawf had already dipped to an average of 17 degrees Celsius, and with the right atmospheric conditions, they fell further, low enough to invite snow instead of rain. Next comes the surprise guest: moisture. Deserts and moisture are like oil and water, they don't usually mix. Yet, the low-pressure system that swept up from the Arabian Sea carried an unusual abundance of humid air into Saudi Arabia. This system was on a mission, flooding the atmosphere with enough moisture to create not only torrential rain and hailstorms, but also the snow. Think of it like clouds bloated with water vapor, drifting over the golden dunes, preparing to deliver a gift no one expected. It's as if the desert was the lucky recipient of a surprise party, complete with a snow machine. But even with cold air and moisture, the magic wouldn't have been complete without the element of lift. Atmospheric lift is a process where air is forced to rise, usually due to topography or weather systems. As the air ascends, it cools and condenses, eventually forming precipitation. In this case, the low-pressure system acted like an invisible escalator, hoisting the moist air higher into the atmosphere, where freezing temperatures awaited. It was this cooling mechanism that transformed water droplets into delicate ice crystals, which then floated down to blanket the sand in a white, glistening sheet. The results were nothing short of enchanting. Thunderstorms and torrential rain set the stage, but it was the snowfall that stole the spotlight. Sand dunes, once painted in monotonous tones of beige, were now adorned with shimmering white caps, as if someone had sprinkled powdered sugar across the landscape. Let's take a step back and consider the broader picture. Snow in the desert might feel like a quirky, one-off event, but it's part of a larger trend of weather extremes being reported worldwide. Whether it's wildfires raging across Europe, unprecedented floods in South Asia, or snowfall in Saudi Arabia, the message is clear. Our planet is changing, and fast. This isn't just about enjoying the beauty of an unexpected snowfall. It's about recognizing the signals our environment is sending us. If deserts can turn into snowy landscapes overnight, what other surprises does the future hold? In the immediate aftermath, meteorologists have warned residents to brace for continued severe weather. Thunderstorms, heavy rains, and even more hailstorms are expected in the coming weeks. Authorities have advised caution, particularly for travelers, as reduced visibility and slippery conditions could pose significant risks. For the people of Al Jawf, this event will likely be remembered for generations. Snow isn't just a weather event here, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that has brought communities together, sparked conversations about climate, and added an unexpected chapter to the region's history. So, what can we take away from this? The Al Nafud Desert's first ever recorded snowfall is a reminder of nature's boundless capacity to surprise us. It's a moment to marvel at the beauty and unpredictability of our planet, but also a nudge to take the challenges of climate change seriously. Who knows? Maybe next time it'll snow in the Sahara, or we'll see palm trees growing in Antarctica. The world is full of possibilities, and this snowfall is proof that nothing is set in stone, not even in the sands of a desert. If you found this journey through snowy Saudi Arabia as fascinating as we did, make sure to like, share, and comment below. Let us know what's the most surprising weather phenomenon you've ever witnessed. And as always, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll catch you in the next deep dive.